Alright, and we're live. Greetings everyone, welcome to the freaking live stream. Happy to have you here on this lovely Friday evening, March 5th. Happy March or whatever. But without further ado, it's time to give some mother freaking feedback. So to start off, I actually want to go back a bit because I don't want to just miss out on a track, you know, miss out on a hidden gem. So starting off with the earliest submission with your boy Dopa Pulls. All right, audio seems you're not hearing anything. Let me fix that. How about that? Still not hearing anything. This might take a minute. Sounds freaking slappy as hell though. If I can actually get the audio working. Let me go in here and just add another audio output capture. See if this will work. Okay. How about I just cut that, open a new window, and go in there. Hoping this works. It's still not working. Well then, this is a tragic start to our stream today. Gosh darn it. That's all I can say is gosh darn it. Okay. You can't hear anything being outputted is the issue. Maybe change it to this again. Nope, still nothing. Filters, no filters. Properties. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna just restart. Okay, please work. I'm begging you at this point. Okay, it's working. Okay, it's all working. Everyone's happy. We're ready to actually start giving feedback. Sorry about that. So your boy Dopa. Intro sounds solid. Some more room for that. Just like very mindful with register. I dig the arrangement though.
Yo, check this out.
It's sloppy as fuck though. Yeah, I love the sound design of the flow. That fill too, hella nice. Yeah, this is super solid.
Yo, check this out.
And I like how it gets in the drop. It doesn't rush in. I mean, it does in a way. You could say that.
Yo, check this out.
But I think you did it in a slappy way, in a tasteful way.
Yeah.
Also, Absolve in the chat. You can bring up that sub screech, like that redux. I think you can bring that up a bit. I agree with him. Another thing.
Yeah.
how you brought it out. I mean, brought it out, I mean that as in brought it into the whatever. Brought it into the next section. Kind of a unique transition there to cut it off and then bring it right back in. Super sick. Super healthy, in fact.
We got the wubs.
I kind of dug the first transition, but the second one, nah.
We got the wubs.
Seems a little too
We got the
abrupt.
wubs. We got the wubs.
Also, I think maybe you can have this breakdown shorter, like half the length about, because there's just not a lot changing, you know, just kind of the same loop just going on, waiting for the next drop.
We got the wubs.
That on top of, like, get this transition a little...
Yo, check this out.
I don't know, I feel like you can work on the transition into the drop a bit more. Maybe just have a bit more tension built up before doing that.
We got the wubs.
So just a bit more.
We got the
crazy.
wubs.
Just some more drums right here. Awesome sound design once again, though. Cool feels too. I mean, it's gonna be Saturday here in 2 hours. Damn. That's bulky sound design too. Yeah. The mix sounds pretty solid. Maybe bring the hats up a bit higher. The drums sound surprisingly nice. I like how you use stereo. Just the samples. Also, that sound is super sick. Sound design's sick. The flow is sick. One thing I would recommend though, like, I think there's enough elements in here. I think your keys are a bit too quiet in the background. You know, it just kind of sounds like, is it like a muddy feel, not in a good way. I think you could definitely bring up those keys a lot more. Or like cut some more out of the vocal, or like dip, you know, to leave more room in this frequency for this. And this build up, I think it could be a little shorter, or like this break into build up. And of course, like the tension before the drop. Not quite a build, but you know what I mean. Also, this isn't super required, but super necessary is the right word. But I think you could maybe add more variation in these breakdowns. You have a little guitar type thing going on here with just some variation, but it's just so quiet in the background. You really need to bring up all these elements, I would think. Just literally make them louder for the most part. So, and more variation, you can even like switch the instruments, you know, like playing the chords. You can add like an arpeggio, add another little melody. Do a lot of things, you know, to even change up the whole chord progression, like to contrast it more. But overall, I freaking dig it. The drop is definitely the strong point, I would say. And I do dig this melody and stuff. I think the mix is definitely holding it back. The drop, though, sounds solid. The drop is nasty. I would say that. Alright. Solid stuff. Dope up, please. New submitter. New. Alright, now your boy Absolve. Let's go. Okay. Digging this intro already. Just lays down the atmosphere right away.
is so high that any object or any person placed on any one of them will immediately disintegrate. Here, let me show you.
Like the one thing is like the harmony your pad is kind of outlining isn't quite agreeing from a theory standpoint with your bam, 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 bam.
We are able to translate all language.
It's all right though, but I'm just make sure you know that.
Tone waves. Translate all languages to tone waves. There are many things you will not understand.
It's kind of sick, honestly. A bit weird. But what one thing I think you can do to make the drop stronger is so you notice you just have like one bass going, like one bass, but it would work you wonders if you just have like a hit before, you know, like a call, and then have that one bass be the response. Wow. Because now there's no real call and response. I mean, you could say bam, 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 bam. That's a kind of call response thing, but I think you can switch it up even more. Very subjective though, but I don't know. The meaning makes it
There are many things you will not understand.
As I hear in a lot of these drops, it's just like one element. Where if you just have one more element providing like a contrast to it, it would hit so much harder. Also, your side chain sounds kind of too deep.
That's very interesting.
Definitely, side chain too deep. Kick's alright. And the snare.
We have enough concentrated
Sounds
to blow up our
listenable.
planet instantly.
I think the snare can maybe be a bit punchier in the mix. Just a hint more up front. You can even like add a side chain to the snare. The breakdown, cool horns. These horns are way too loud though compared to the rest. Okay. Like you make it very
You
cinematic.
might disintegrate into nothing.
See, look, there's some call and response.
Activate the gravity curtain.
That one kind of spelchy bass, it sounds like it's not pulling up the mix quite like the other basses are. Ooh, that sound was sick. That'd be hard to do there because it sounds like it's very... I concur, this part is dope. The only thing that stood out was that one sound. I don't know. As perfect.
You'll never see your world again.
Yeah, overall pretty solid track, honestly. Like, really, a lot of stuff I noted on is pretty subjective. The mix sounds good to me, and the drops sound good as well. The sound design is sick. Make sure, I heard some auto panning on your basses, of course. Make sure your sub is always in mono, and always have a dedicated sub. I can't hear it super well in the headphones, but just headphones. And I'm always wanting like shorter breakdowns into build-ups. But I think I like how you did this one, so I dig it, and I dig the intro and all that jazz. One thing though is if you notice, like overall, this intro has more loudness than like the drop at times, you know? Like you want it to be very clear. I mean, SoundCloud is an accurate indicator all the time, but very clear, like this is the drop in terms of loudness, you know? You can, I mean, it should just happen with how you're arranging the song, honestly. It should happen naturally. But if it's not, you can literally go in and just edit your decibels on the master. You know, feel free to do that. You just definitely want your drop to be the loudest. And I think the reason it's not the loudest is because your sub isn't loud enough. Because if your sub was knocking at -6 decibels on the master, then yeah, it would be a brick, which is what happens. It's just what happens. Okay, accidentally closed. But yeah, solid track. I dug it. Okay, your boy Gatman. Your boy Gatman. Okay, I was following Absolve, right? Yes, I was. Solid. Okay, rising up. I've seen this image before on a Psytrance track. Alright. Checking my decibels. Seems to be good. Cool intro. I feel like I'm hearing like a more rhythmic elements coming in. I dig that you're like introducing something new like every few bars. But I don't know, I'm just feeling something a little more rhythmic, you know? Just like a little loop. I don't know. That's picky, but yeah, great job like building it up and introducing new elements. I'm always one to say, I say this all the freaking time, but like right here, right before the drop, just have a moment of silence and it makes everything hit so much harder. Just that extra bit of expectation. But this slaps though. The vocals are immaculate. Your kick sounds almost reverby to me. You know, it might just be the sample, but either way, I would like something a little cleaner. And it should be a little louder and some more sidechained, I would think. It doesn't sound like you have much of any sidechain. This melody, I think you can add a bit of variation. I really like the first bit, but I feel like you could just go dun 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 dun. You know, you can just add slight variations, just duplicate the melody, change a few notes, and make it miles more interesting. This is solid though. And besides the drum, the mix on it seems pretty solid. Also, cool hat work with the stereo. Comes out of the drop. There's a nice little riser transitioning it out. This guy says variation in the mid-range. I think maybe. Well, because you have that kind of mid-bass, you can maybe like add a notch filter to it, you know, give it some like organic-y, non-GMO movement type stuff. You can like even volume automate it, like filter it in different ways. I don't know, it might be worth experimenting with. I think it's solid the way it is because all the like melodic elements are creating a lot of interest. But why not? Why not try? it's solid, but I think there could be a little more differentiating it from the first drop. You know, it's hard to go into specific advice for that. And I feel like you just kind of lose the energy when you remove this, like that rhythmic pad. You know? I think you need more like, no, it doesn't seem to be any hats either. You definitely need like driving rhythmic elements, you know, to keep this boy grooving. I would definitely change more for the second drop because it sounds too similar to the first for my taste. I mean, this is kind of obvious and not very constructive, but pretty much like you could have like copied and pasted this section, like this entire part right here. This entire part right here, and that would have been about the same tune. You know what I mean? As for variation, I mean, like really, just build a whole nother drop. You can keep the same melody, but introduce new elements. You know, like change up the vibe a bit. You know, really, just a lot of times I just duplicate my drop and completely like rearrange the sounds. You know, well, like that would include like having different melodies going. And on top of that, you can even introduce some new sounds, you know, like I think this might benefit being like kind of down tempo-y. You can get a lot of like squelchy, psychedelic, crazy effects, you know, like stuff like Psytrance, you know, or like Tipper. He has so many crazy atmospheric type things that are just super awesome. And I think you can add that like everywhere throughout the track. Like that could definitely take it to the next level, you know. Just check out my like Tipper videos for like advice on that stuff, and also literally like find Psytrance tutorials. There's so many of these effects in Psytrance that really you could throw everywhere. It's amazing. I love them. Super psychedelic stuff. But yeah, I really like where this track has started. I definitely would like more variation and a bit better mix down on the drums is my only criticisms. Solid stuff. Gatman, thank you for your new submission. Alright, your boy Merrick. Your Mind, version 1. Version 1, that's right. And I'm reading in chat, Sydney Barnes, streams of videos, audio production, perspective writing, and sound design. They don't really teach it where I go to school. I'm glad. See, because I went to YouTube University, so of course I have to teach there now. So, but yeah. I'm curious as to how that's going, like audio production school, what they go over in that. But yeah, your boy Merrick, music producer, good to know, man. Glad you made that clear. Okay, but new friend in the chat. I dig the vibes in this photo. I really dig them. There's a 6 there. Mysterious. Let's play the track. Okay. Ooh, super crazy intro. Photo work. This is cool, right? But the way it's mixed, I mean, it sounds very full. But one thing is that the way it's mixed, it's hard for me to like pick out one thing to focus on. You know what I mean? This is insane though. Everything's kind of becoming like a wall of sound where I think you really need something to just like stick out. Oh god dang. just like arrangement wise or mixing wise, lead the listener through. Nope. This is super creative stuff. Goddamn. Structure and the mix is pretty solid, but that one thing I said is really important. I would say all the sound design stuff is crazy, and like the variation you get and everything, super solid. Damn, that fill though, and this is super unique. Like, haven't heard much of anything like this. I don't have a lot to say. I'm speechless. This is insane. This is subjective, but I would like there to be a little more grand conclusion, or type of thing, or like more just de-escalation before ending it. I don't know, that's just me though, but Merrick, solid stuff. You clearly know what you're doing. Just experiment with the thing I said, the thingy. Okay, your boy Andrew Lazarus. All right, thanks guys for all the new submissions. I will be getting to them in due time. Suspended animation.
You are now in the state of suspended animation.
Cool vocal sample. Oh what? Boys talking to me. Stopa, please. Saw the awesome feedback. Happy to help, man. Keep grinding. Relearn music theory. Learn about the industry. Teaching us about different DAWs. Excellent. Damn, thank you for the kind words, little boy Skippy. I've helped you more with production than I'll ever know. I don't know. I don't know, man. When you become famous, then I think I'll know soon. Thank you in person. Yeah, for sure. When there's festivals going up. Gonna have a Bunting meetup. Swarm. Not Swarm. That's Jade Cicada. Flock meetup. Flock. We're the flock. Because Bunting is a bird.
You are now in the
Okay, let's go.
state of suspended animation.
I'm digging this. It's like so minimal and spacious, but it kinda goes off.
You are now in the state of suspended animation.
This is insane. The use of space is immaculate. I think you can mix your mids and highs louder overall. Cause that's beefy. Hit the robot to this in the club. I'd like to see that. Like really crazy use of space. They should be in a museum for use of space and music in modern bass music. It's goddamn the beefy wobble. I really like all the stuff you're doing with the vocal sample too. Doesn't like anything I've heard. All the vocal processing again. Digging it. Yeah, like, I don't know, there's not a lot I could say. All I say, I really like this. It's super unique. Like just look at the waveform. But you really pull it off. Yeah, I think the drum sound city's pretty solid too. And your arrangement sounds good, like you have a little breakdown here. Cool little intro. I really like how you transition it into the different sections. But just look how quiet the difference is. Well, like, this is kind of like giving you a reference point. Like, this is where your mids are at. This is where your sub is at. You got to get those a little closer, you know? That's my only real feedback. Drum sounds solid. I don't know, it's all subjective though, you know, especially like mixing once you get that sub knocking to where it should be. The rest is very subjective, but that's my opinion, bro. Also, the way you transition this out, gnarly. Yeah, awesome melodies and all that ear candy. See, I see this and I want to hear it. Alright, anyway. That's a freaking banger. But both Andrew Lazar's track and this one, I just got tempted by it. Okay, yeah, super unique. Only real point is what I said. The mids and the lows. Vibe flip. Unukoa, ya boy. Cool cover. Yeah. Also, 1 second. Yeah, I've only used FL Studio and Ableton, so I can't comment on Logic or Pro Tools. Ableton's sick though. I mean, intro solid. Just laying down the hi-hat grooves with a low atmospheric thing. What the hell? Damn. Everyone's coming out of left field with their submissions tonight. Maybe have like a kind of a mid layer on this, just like a little harmonic thing, like sounded full saturation with wub. Oh, I take that back. This is nutty. Hella unique tracks tonight. This kind of pseudo breakdown thing here, bring it right back. Solid transition arrangement. I love the use of that auto pan, the volume automation. The drums also super unique. Also, like, creative use of the side chain too. Like when the side chain becomes like characteristic of the track. I love that. Bonus track. I don't know what bonus track means, but glad. There's a bonus track to say the least. Only a few kick drums away from a juke footwork second drop. Yeah, maybe experiment with it. Yeah, I don't know. Not a lot I can criticize on this track. Sounds solid to me. Maybe on this track too, I would like mix the mids and highs a bit louder. Cause I feel like even though the sub is like the focus, I think the mids and highs can definitely fill up a bit more of the mix, you know? Might be where it's just literally making them louder. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I only got Google. Sure, just send a. I mean, it might actually like automatically disable like chat sent links. Well, yeah, just send it in the chat. The YouTube chat might disable it, the link, but in Discord for sure that'll work. But yeah, another unique track from Unukoa. I don't have a whole lot to say. Besides, it's a banger. Brain's not working. Anyways, you boy as well. Oh, okay. I'm really digging this like fluttery lead with the pads. It's very subtly psychedelic. This is a minimal build-up, but for whatever reason, I really like it. Silence. Oh, hell yeah. Percussion work on this is crazy. I think your drums can be a bit louder, a bit side chainier. Sorry, I was blowing an ant. Alright, solid. A little breakdown. Minimal breakdown, but I dig it. Alright, got the track. Thanks for submitting, man. These squelches, like so rhythmic with everything. The guitar too. Damn. You guys have been cooking up this week. Banger after banger after banger. Yeah, I just really like this track. Definitely get the drum mix down a bit more. You know, add drum bus or whatever. A little tighter side chain. Yeah, really. Like, absolutely, the drums are the only thing holding us back. The mix on everything else sounds super solid. You might want to experiment. I hear this in some Tipper tracks and some like G Jones stuff. I don't know, every now and then. It's like you kind of use your 808 as a tom sometimes. It can make for some really interesting fill, like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Oh shit. See, like, I think you can get away with a minimal thing, just bring it back into more of the similar thing. But when you're bringing in all this stuff, I need a bit more anticipation. Like, just like a little bass teaser or something. Little bass teaser or something, like riser, drum build up. I think you can like brighten up the highs a bit more on this bass. You know, like maybe add overdrive to just the top. Just to some top overdrive and some more OTT. Because I hear a lot of those like moist top end things. But I want to hear more of it, you know, like almost neuro-y stuff. Definitely get some more OTT overdrive on the top for that. Might go in here and demonstrate what I mean. This lead too is crazy. But like, I'll quickly demonstrate. Going with the fade out. I respect it. Yeah, I really like that track. I think that might be my like favorite from you so far as well. Okay, your boy Obey Gray. Obey Gray. Okay, if Ableton never opens, I'll show you what's going on. Okay, audio disabled, I don't care. Okay, 1 second. I want to quickly demonstrate some quick tips. Oh, thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Ableton, please open. Okay, so for drums, right? Let's just get a drum loop, like drum loop. Sure, just like a random one, or like loop, drums, loops. Just mediocre loops that I trashed. I mean, this is already pretty slappy, but see, what I would do just to make your drums punch more, just drum bus. Drum bus is magic. I should get a shittier loop, or like a less punchy. God, brig. I think this one's alright. Okay, but anyways, I'm just trying to find something a good example. Loop. Just drum loop, please. Okay. So, it's alright, right? But just makes it slap much more. Also turn the damp up, turn this down. You can also mess with the transients. And right here you can like saturate it, add some drive. You know. And as for the bass, so like here's like a neuro thing. Neuro mess. Right, your bass is somewhat neuro-y. This is already hella processed, but just listen to the difference if there is one. See, very mid-heavy. It gives it a bit more crispness along with some overdrive on the top. Big difference. It's huge difference. It really brings out that like drippy, crisp high end. Okay, anyways, I didn't even need to do that, but I did. But anyways, Obey Gray. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's go. Ooh. Oh. You see, I hear that harmonic sequence. I climax instantly. Kind of a spooky low pass thing. This cover, pretty cool though. I feel like you can have some like dubby shade sound, like some dubby percussion stuff. Awesome harmonic sequence. This is crazy. That cymbal is a little loud. I'm not super familiar with shades. God damn though. I'll have to think about this. All I know is that this slaps ridiculous. Bring in a bit of percussion. I think that could be a hair louder. This intro, like a bit more like weird, trippy percussion and textures maybe. I just added texture to everything because it's crazy. Also, I think you can really benefit from having some kind of focus in this build-up type thing, you know? Because right now, I mean, it's an artistic choice. Yes, the secret to never peaking is adding a glue compressor to the master with soft clip on. Facts. No, I do that on everything. It's hella helpful. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. But you, like, I don't know too much about the shade sound. Sick pick, by the way. But I feel like I'm expecting to focus on something. You know, the same with this intro. Or at least like something to catch my ear, you know, because a bit more. Yeah. That's my only real quip. If I knew more about shades, then I would have more to say. But I kind of dig it. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I feel like I have more to say, but I don't. So, obey Gray. That shit slaps though. Like, goddamn. God, motherfucking people in chat might have more to say. Iron sharpens iron. I'll check that out. Your boy Herb Garden, new submitter. Gonna roast him. I really like that, like, or whatever. Like the creaking. Ooh, atmospheric samples too. Checking every box. I love this kind of breathing. This kind of breathing. It's goddamn. All these Foley atmospheric samples are awesome. Like that thing auto panning through my ears was crazy. And these melodies and chords are hella nice too. Build it to be good but with no drums.
Welcome to the garden.
This thing hit gently, like a spring breeze.
Welcome to the garden.
I think the build up into the drop is pretty solid. See, the thing is, like, rhythmic elements are such a huge thing to building tension.
Welcome to
See, so what you do, you change the harmony here and didn't resolve it, which makes it kind of tense. And you have a little riser
The garden.
with no drums. I think you can make the drop slap a little harder if you have. You said no drums, but if you have a little fill of some sorts right before the drop.
Welcome
Garden,
to the
garden, you know. Also, you can just like put a glue compressor on the master and boost everything, because this is super quiet. Literally just go in here, get a glue compressor, turn that shit up. This is crazy though. It hits like a spring breeze. I really like your use of white noise too. Yeah. Literally just raise the decibels. Glue compressor on everything. Always. Also drums, kick can be a little louder. Like you can mix it quiet, but on the master you can literally just bring up all the decibels to the standard, more or less. Oh.
Take a look around. Garden.
Really, but everyone's bringing the gas tonight. Your arrangement is awesome and super unique. Like really, very refreshing track, very different vibe than anything I've heard before. And all your sound design variations are awesome too, like having a lot of fun with the sub, mids.
The garden. To the garden.
Cute outro with a little insect sound.
Welcome to the garden.
I think you can make the vocal a little more interesting if you just go in here, get yourself some vital, right? See, this is how you make cool vocals for anything. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Because like that text to speech is cool, but you can have more control over it and do it in your DAW. Welcome to the garden. Okay, wait, look, right click, text to speech. Welcome to the garden. And put on vocode.
Welcome to the garden.
Didn't mean to do it on.
Welcome to the garden. Welcome to the garden.
Come on.
Welcome to the garden. Welcome to the garden. Welcome to the garden.
I mean, you don't have a whole lot of expression control, but yeah, you can do it in here.
Welcome to the garden.
Make it robot-y. No, I take it back. But one thing you can do, you could definitely add like a bit of reverb to the sample and like a bit of echo to
Welcome to the garden.
you know, and have like a kind of reverse reverb thing, you know, flattening your reverb sound and having a tail just to make it hit a bit smoother, you know, rather than just the straight text-to-speech thing. But super unique vibes on this. Drums a bit louder, maybe a little fill before your drop. I thought your build-up sounded solid. It needs something. What do you think it needs? Like, I think, like, if you feel like it's missing something, here's my take, right? I feel like it's a very, like, it's a very chill track. It doesn't demand your attention in a way, which isn't a bad thing. It's just like a vibe, you know? you know. But like I think if you at one point just take out kind of your melodic elements and just kind of have a more driving drop, that'll really give it like an oh shit factor, you know, if that's what you're going for. But right now it sounds very inoffensive, which isn't a bad or a good thing. It's just the kind of track it is. I feel like also maybe you can add an arpeggio, like just playing your little chords over would might be cool. Add some more harmonic, melodic, rhythmic elements all in one. I add arpeggios to everything, so but really sounds solid to me, man. Like, yeah, facts. Okay, Herb Garden, thank you for submitting. Reaching through. This pic is sick. I thought it was 3D generated, but it seems to be a drawing, which is phenomenal, or digital art. Chill but slightly heavy, weird vibe. Yeah, why not like interrupt the melodic chill vibe with just like one darker section, you know, like kind of change the palette. Like one section is lovely green, but then it gets dark and spooky, or it gets alien-y or purple or rainbow, you know, just yeah, build that expectation. And I thought you're Salty, who I'm channeling for the next song. All right, looking forward to it. I like that little pop, that pop. New submitter, mysterious. Oh, I like the way these rhythms play together. Not quite what I was expecting, but it's a slapper. But like for the second drop, literally just take out your like melodic elements on top. You know, that'll add way more focus to the bass stuff. That and just have more stuff happening at once, you know, not at once, but like in a quicker succession. You just have call like wow, 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 wow. Just have things changing, you know, always mixing up, you know, because if you have the same thing over and over again, well, for one, it's not as interesting, but it's not that it's not as interesting. It comes off as more chill and inoffensive, you know, but if there's really something going like, yo, then yeah. Also, if you wanted to get a bit more aggressive at times, definitely like overdrive, saturate it, you know, just give a super aggressive sound. This is beautiful though. He had an artist draw this. Shout out the artist. Damn, this progression. This kick tone too. All these melodic elements are freaking beautiful. You might want to clean up like the sibilances a bit there. It didn't sound too bad, but bad enough where I wanted to say something. Just go through on your EQ, ignore this EQ, ignore whatever weird shape it is, but like, you know, go through like this and scale, whatever. Okay, new EQ, because that one sound kind of hurt my ears a bit. You know, go like this.
Welcome to the
Whatever frequencies are sticking out, just cut them. You know. I'm sure you already knew that because it sounded like that's what you were doing. But one of the sounds sounded a bit rough in there. It's called cutting resonances, I'm pretty sure. feel shit. Looking forward to how this track evolves though. Sounds like it could be in a movie soundtrack in the best way possible. Super professional. The mix is clean as fuck too. Sorry for the profanity. Didn't mean to say fuck there. It wasn't necessary. But the thing with the resonances still applies. You know, some of those high notes are a bit rough on the ears, I would say. One thing though is that like overall I feel like the song is kind of long without saying a whole lot new, you know what I mean? As much as I love the song, like I feel like there's not enough stuff changing to justify it being 3 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm not sure what I would change though, because it's so immaculate. I wouldn't want to add anything or take anything away. I don't know though, that's very subjective though. But I don't know, I enjoyed enough to listen to 3 minutes and 48 seconds of it. But that's just a take. Finding a vocalist, yeah. I think you can get a vocalist on this, maybe. Because like even if it's like immaculate enough just to loop it over and over again, but not enough to like change it around a lot, which I don't know, sometimes you run into, like a vocalist just with different verse and chorus type things can really switch that up, you know. Definitely, like I would love to see how this track sounds with the vocalist. This could be big. Yeah, I love this. Shit is immaculate in the truest sense of the word. Alright, another from Dopa Pulls. I'm gonna get to the new friends first. Then I'll get back to the old friends. Okay, trippy down tempo. Still unfinished. Yeah, a bit more present melody as well. Just like a leading element, you know? Just pick something in the arrangement and mix. Make it stand out and guide the listener through this lovely journey. Damn, that's cool. You can see the peaks on Dropbox. This peak, though, is scaring me. Oh, God. It's loud. Also, this track really needs this treatment. Really needs the old sibling treatment, you know. Because already... all those high elements, gotta clean them up. Just get soothe on them or something. Also, I feel like you can have some kind of atmosphere on top of your perks. Oh, this slaps though. Catch the peaks too, because look at all those peaks. You gotta like limit compress it. Ooh. This is crazy though. Caught me off guard. Awesome fills everywhere. I feel like that vocal kind of cut out abruptly though. Cool, new element.
And so into this little tortured mind came the idea that gun had produced for use.
feel like that vocal sample's a little weirdly placed and weirdly mixed. I think I need to be a bit further back, a little more subtle, reverbed out maybe. All this sound design stuff is flow. You know, I think you can definitely like bring it into like a breakdown and then have one final drop, then end it to like continue the track. Definitely like need to like compress this, limit it a bit because it's all over the place. Let's see. Super unique vibes though. Really, everybody bringing the best gas for tonight's stream. Thanks for submitting, man. You just started this today. This is crazy though. Finish. This has the drip, to say the least. As for the drums, what I said about the sibilances, like in the hats. I think your kick can be a bit louder because now like your snare is punching out way more than your kick, you know. So that's one last thing. But yeah, thanks for submitting, man. Solid. Cave Creatures 12. All right. We're skipping all the other Cave Creature installments. Going straight to 12. The best one. Your boy King Rudin. I think this might be a new friend submitting. Welcome. Cool chords. That melody needs to be louder compared to your chords though, for sure. Sounds a bit over compressed to me. I'm not sure though. I'm not an expert on compression hearing. Okay. Also, I feel like you need that one bass a bit more mono. I dig the auto cam, but I think it needs to just fill up. Also, that second bass, that bass just needs to be louder in comparison. All of them, I think, need to hit around the same loudness, perceived at least. That's just one thing that stands out to me. Drums sound solid and slappy though. See, now I feel like it's kind of like a run-on sentence. Like, I feel like you said what you needed to say, and then the drop keeps going into this variation that isn't quite true to the original. So maybe I would have a breakdown, then bring it into another drop. Also, I feel like you have a lot of stuff in the same kind of frequency range for the start. This build up. Like the vocal along with the chords. Like the chords are already super mid-heavy, but so are these vocals. You know, maybe like move the chords up an octave. Like some kind of break to like differentiate the different parts. I would say. The drop does go crazy. The flow and all that jazz. Sound design and stuff is especially solid. I especially like the call and response. Well, like I don't think it's bad, Well, like it might have been because you usually want like 16 bars, right? But the thing is, like, I feel like if you would have just went in and had like a bass variation with a similar melody, just have it more similar, you know? Because I feel like just like, oh, it's almost like in this weird uncanny valley zone between similar and dissimilar. That makes any sense. I feel like it could have like a downlifter outside of that just to complement the riser into this build up. Second drop is a big variation. Looking forward to it. I feel like you need a little break before the drop, just like to create that more of the expectation. I say that all the time, but I don't think there's a single song that sounds better going straight in. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Just a little silence, build up the expectation. This shit slaps though. Ooh. That screech bass thing though. The drum groove goes crazy though. Nope. Alright, just the end. Okay, I don't know what just happened there, but it doesn't want to play anymore. But I was enjoying that. The main thing that sticks out, like the vocals and like your accompaniment in the build up, I think they should take up more like different frequency range stuff, right? And that, and like I said, with the whole like similar dissimilar thing in your drop, you know, just experiment with it. It's hard to give a lot of specific advice on that, but I dug that track. The groove went crazy. The flow and the sound design, straight immaculate. What can I say? Thanks for submitting. Crave Creatures, whatever, Cave, in the mastering phase. Okay. Black Lobster. The vibes on this, crazy though. I love this. The vocal on the Reese, a little atmosphere, spooky like. Bringing in that percussion here. Roll call, Clay Porter's here, Black Luster. I feel like I was expecting the build up to be like in that earlier section before this build up, you know what I mean? Also, these snares kind of rough on the high end. Definitely soothe that down, cut out some resonances.
Tell this to all the world.
Loud.
This to all the world.
Yeah, I feel like you could have just had the build up in this one section here, as opposed to a dedicated build up.
Tell this
I
to
think it
all
would have
the
slapped
world.
harder. This drop though, sound design crazy. God damn. like your sub work on it too. Drums sound pretty good to me too. Maybe hi-hat's a bit louder. Okay. I feel like you can have like a bigger impact out of this, which then rises back up into this like second build up. Just because I feel like there's such a big contrast between the drop and the build. You know what I mean? That like just having a cinematic impact and then bringing that back in slower could slap. Second drop. Alright. Really hate the second drop. I'm the guy.
Tell this to all the world.
I feel like you can really benefit from changing up the flow, you know? Instead of just straight quarter notes, you can have, you know, just some eighth notes.
Tell this to all the world.
You know? Just switch up that LFO rate. Yeah, definitely space lace vibes. More OTT. Okay. So another thing, as for these weird basses, let me just find like a weird bass. Or just make one. So like as for these weird FME basses, so this trick I used in my track Sound, right? So if you're like, why does it sound like that? Because I'm like cutting out hella stuff with this. Okay, right? So let me just disable this. So weird FM bass, right? It just sounds like what? I'll just making a cool bit. Okay. Or whatever. I'm getting too into this. Well, for one, let's pretend, well, for whatever reason, this is pretty solid on the low end, but let's pretend it's like, sounds like this. Right? So literally freeze, like, freeze your track, right? And go in and just pitch it down. Your poor ears. If anything, I should be telling myself to buy Soothe. But you see, just like duplicating it and pitching it down can do you a favor, to say the least. Here, look, we're making a track now. This ugly, this gross ass thing. It's so gross. It just doesn't even sound good. It's gotta have like... So dumb. So dumb. Oh, and I get... But as per the flow thing, right? So duplicate your thing, do your shit. You know, switch up your LFO. Whatever the fuck this is, just messing with it at this point. I want just like the high end, you know. See, now I'm just messing with it, but you get my tip. Switch up the flow, and for that weird stuff, just duplicate it and add another layer type thing. When in doubt, add more saturation and OTT as well, you know. Could never hurt. No one. It's gotta be. Thanks for the feedback. Highlight of your week. Man, that's a lot of pressure to put on. Man, fuck any bass that isn't a distorted sine wave. I don't fuck with it. Here we go. Ridiculous. See, now we're talking. All that other stuff, that was just the warm up. This ugly ass. I don't even want it. You get it. You freaking get it, guys. I'm not going through a whole thing right now. I don't have the juice for it. But anyways, I've exhausted my music reserves. Therefore, what I'm going to do is conclude the stream. There's no new friends submitting. If you want your track reviewed, just submit it again next week. All right, fellas. Thanks everyone for tuning in and enjoying my shitty FM basses at the end there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Average watch time 11:11. That's how you know it was a solid stream. But anyways, peace out, fellas. Check out my stuff on my website. You know the deal. And video tomorrow. Mixing and mastering bass music. That's what it's gonna be about. Okay. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Peace out, vibes, love, energy. Good night, streaks.